Hey everyone, it's Craig with One Man's Cancer Journey coming to you with my weekly update. So this week we met with Dr. Tajani to get the results from our PET scan. And like most of the scans that we've been having, it was a bit of a mixed bag of results. So if you remember from our last CT scan, we had uh, some either inflammation or spreading of the tumors in the gastric lymph nodes, which is the passage from the stomach to the liver. And so the PET scan was going to help us to determine if that was actually spread or if it was simply inflammation. And so the good part of our news was that that was seen as inflammation and not spread of the cancer. So we're glad to receive that news. The second part of the news was that, however, our brightness of the scan in the liver was brighter, meaning that the cancer cells are potentially more active. Now, one thing we have to take into mind is they do some background scans. So they look at like your kidneys and some other areas that they're scanning and kind of use those as reference. Those areas were a little bit brighter as well. So there's a potential chance that the brightness that was found in the liver was just because the background was brighter as well. Um, but regardless, it does look like the cancer cells in the liver may be more active again. So we're hoping to continue to fight those with the chemotherapy. We are going to continue on with the current chemotherapy. And I did have some chemotherapy on Friday of this week. It's Sunday, and so this is my normal tougher day. So I usually have a little bit of a headache and a little bit more fatigued. But so far, nothing worse than that. The other good news that we did have was that a colleague from work had shared some new therapy with me, and it's called histotripsy or histosonics, and it's a non-invasive therapy that uses somewhat of like an ultrasound to treat specifically tumors that are found in the liver. And so we had a conversation with Dr. Tajani around this, and we're fortunate that there are two doctors here in Advent Health Care System here in Orlando that are currently using this technology and seeing some success. And he thought that it could be a good potential treatment for me. And so he's helping us to set up a consultation with one of those doctors in Celebration, who happens to be a liver surgeon, to see if this might be something that we can do. The good news there is that because it's non-invasive, we can typically do this at the same time that we're doing our regular chemotherapy. So we don't have to pause the chemotherapy. We can keep it going. So right now we're waiting to hear from that doctor's office so that we can set up a consultation and see if I'm a candidate for that treatment. And if so, then we'll move forward with that treatment as well to see if this is something we can do to really kind of kick the tumors that are in the liver cell. So this week, Megan and I also had some discussions around the acupuncture therapy that I've been receiving. The therapy itself, some of it was covered by the insurance, but there was also a copay, and it only covered 10 sessions, and we've exhausted those 10 sessions. And so the copay is going to become significantly more. We haven't noticed a huge difference. I believe it is helping, but there's nothing I can point to that says, since I started acupuncture, this has been reduced, like my neuropathy has gone down significantly. And that was one of the things we were looking to get through the acupuncture. So we've decided that we're going to pause on the acupuncture, go a couple weeks, maybe 4 to 6 weeks, and see if we notice anything. See if the neuropathy gets worse or there's any other change in my condition that would suggest that the acupuncture was having a significant difference in my treatment. And if so, then we will resume the acupuncture. And if not, we'll just reconsider at that point whether we resume, and if we do resume, what the frequency would be. For my gratitude moment, I'm grateful for pets. So behind me is one of our cats, Nala. We like black cats. We have Nala and we have Olivia. And what I am grateful for is just the way that they love on you. So they can tell when I've had chemotherapy, and they're just very snuggly. And they like to lay with me and just let me know that they're there and caring for me. And so I'm grateful to have pets in our lives that give us unconditional love. Well, cats, maybe sometimes it is conditional. But after my chemotherapy, both Nala and Olivia, um, they know that I need some extra care. And so they will lie in bed with me or lie on the chair with me and just snuggle. And so I'm grateful for that. I'm Craig with One Man's Cancer Journey, and I wish for you a blessed week.